Hello, so this is the very first short story that I did. So I wrote this on August 13th, 2020, the short story. So, um, okay, so it's 4:45 a.m. and it's time for Austin to get up for work. So he turns on the snooze button and then oversleeps 2 more hours because he has been 5 days sleep deprived. Then he wakes up shocked and gets dressed. After that, he skips his usual morning shower and breakfast and calls an Uber to come and pick him up since he missed the bus and that, due to COVID-19, uh, runs every 2 hours. The Uber ends up being another hour late and he calls his job explaining what happened. His manager, Tyra, answers the phone and then yells at him, berating him, telling him that there's no excuse for his tardiness, and then reminds him of the Bible scripture, 1 Timothy 5:8, King James Version. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he had denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. After that, she tells Austin that he has one more time to be late for work, and then tells him that he's one of the most important assets to Greenie's Cafe. Greenie's Cafe. Austin works part-time and is not allowed to make over a certain amount of money because he's disabled and gets SSI and Social Security. He suffers man-made ADHD and a few other mental disorders like schizophrenia and bipolar, but of course those are just labels. You see, Austin has 2 kids to take care of, and he's on child support by his druggy, alcoholic, narc ex-girlfriend Selma. Then he has to put up with his narcissistic, fake, hypocritical manager, Tyra, always quoting the Bible and using it to manipulate people. Also, Austin is a targeted individual being gang stalked, and Tyra and Selma are also gang stalking perps, probably handlers. So is the Uber driver that was late. After Austin got off the phone with Tyra, his Uber driver, Delbert, comes to pick him up in a white Mazda 3, driving with one headlight and wearing a red shirt and a black homemade coronavirus mask that says, "Always watching, LOL." There's no music when Dalbert arrives, but 5 minutes after Austin gets in the car, they have short chatter, and they have short chatter. Dalbert turns up the music really loud at the loudest volume, mid-conversation. Then Austin thinks in his head, "See, I knew I shouldn't have gotten in this car, but I need to work. I have child support to pay, and I have to survive as well. I can't afford to lose my job knowing that no one will hire me anywhere else." And then Austin arrives to work and finally, and then gets out of the car, panicky and nervous and rushed but angry at the same time. Excuse me. He slammed the door, and then Delbert got mad at him and got out of the car and got in his face saying, "Hey man, what you slam my door for? What is it? Is it my mask? Is it my car? Is it my one headlight? What is it? What's wrong with you, dude? You better check yourself." And then Austin tried to take a picture. That didn't work. And then tried a video. That also didn't work because another perp in the blue Chevy truck disabled Austin's phone. Then Austin went inside and said, "Fuck it. I can't afford to be any more late than I already am. They're holding me back on purpose to set me up to get fired for real." So then Austin goes to get his temperature checked, but put on his mask that he didn't want to wear because he's woke to the truth. And then clocks in and gets to work. Here comes Tyra with the religious lectures again. Here we go again. Then she said, "Just go back home." Austin begged, "Please, Miss Tyra, you know my situation. You know me that if it happened one more time, you told me if it happened one more time." Then she responded, "Look, young man, I do as I please, and I can control you like a total puppet on a string if I want to." She said it while throwing up the Baphomet devil horn hand sign. Here's what the double horn hand sign looked like. So you go to http://whale whale.co/c/Asia underscore Argento ARGENTO .html. Austin was shocked. Then he put his head down, walking out of the cafe, and then took off his mask and started crying. He knows he tried as hard as he could, as best as he can. As best as he can, but they set poor Austin up on purpose. He knows and God knows that he's been trying his best and that he cares about his two children, Kaylee and Tanner. The end.